Yo, what's going on, guys? GZTV back with another video, and in this video we are here to talk about the 8th overall episode of the series, Dexter. Um, yeah, we're getting very familiar and starting to learn more about Dexter Morgan as we move on, the main character. This is the 8th episode. There's 12 episodes in season 1. The 8th overall episode in the series. Dexter enters therapy with a psychiatrist, Dr. M. Meridian, who he suspects is a murderer. So that's kind of like the big idea of this episode. So Dexter Morgan becomes suspicious when he discerns a pattern of recent deaths of powerful women by suicide. And usually when someone dies by suicide, they probably tried to get therapy, but it didn't work. And he's going to find a lot more sick, twisted shit than just it didn't work. Like, that's not all there is going to be to the story. He discovers that all the women have consulted the same therapist, Dr. Emmett Meridian, who's kind of a new character in the series. He's not going to be around for long. You guys should know Dexter is a serial killer, so he's going to take matters into his own hands. So Dexter visits him under the pseudonym Sean Ellis to make sure that he doesn't know that he's Dexter Morgan and that he's a part of like the special forces, because he could probably easily research that name. But if he researched Sean Ellis, he wouldn't find anything like prominent about the guy. It's kind of crazy because the therapist actually helps Dexter with his intimacy issues, enabling him to have sex with Rita for the first time. Him and Rita have sex for the first time in the relationship. I don't know how long they've been in the relationship. They've been in it like the entire episode, or entire season, so yeah, it's crazy. He goes there to kind of like subtly, like subliminally, like question the guy, but it turns out the therapist like unintentionally like helps him with a problem in his relationship. So that's kind of interesting. During his therapy appointment, Dexter notes that the therapist is surreptitious. I don't know that word, recording his sessions. So he knows that this guy's been recording sessions, and he's kind of a sick dude. I don't know why he's recording other people. They didn't give him their permission, I don't think. He's kind of like sitting the camera in the bushes for him to record. Dexter breaks into the therapist's office, erases the video of his session so his face isn't on there and it can't be like released to the press when he goes to trial or something, because that would pretty much be tampering with like a suspect. That'd pretty much be tricking a suspect and not letting him know what's going on. The suspect is entitled to know when he's being like questioned and whatnot, and that's kind of like going against the rules. So, he reviews the videos of the sessions of the dead women to see if there's anything sus going on in the videos. Discovering that the therapist has used both drugs and psychology to induce them to commit suicide. He's literally used like reverse psychology. He's like tried to trick everybody into like, he's tried to trick these women into like killing themselves. Like, hey, you can just use a gun. You don't have to use pills. Like, I don't know what kind of therapist says that, and I don't know why these women didn't like report him to the damn authorities, but I guess they were so down in the dumps at the time he was like talking to them that they just took his advice and ran with it. Dexter books another appointment as Sean confronts and subdues the shrink and kills him. He's like, yeah, I have these on video. And he's like, this is confidential information, which it can't be confidential information when you're taking videos of women without their consent. That's making you a criminal, not Dexter. Dexter exposing you for being a criminal, which is his job, which obviously the therapist doesn't know that. So he dies. Perry confesses that he is not the ice truck killer after he freaks out at the sight of a severed head. He's like, because when you see a killer and you show some evidence to them, they're not gonna do anything because they know they're not gonna react because they know that that's what they did. But when they showed the severed head to this guy, Perry, he just started flipping shit, So we know, Dexter has known all along that this guy isn't the ice truck killer, because when he entered the interrogation room, the guy had no reaction to him, because the ice truck killer this whole time has been trying to mess with Dexter, and that didn't happen. Dexter sends the real ice truck killer a message via Craigslist, which is funny looking back on it now, because Craigslist is still kind of a site that people use. It's not as popular, but like it's still a site that people use. Dexter's sister Deborah brings her relationship with the prosthetic Rudy Cooper into the open. She's like not ashamed. She's finally found a man and she wants to rub it in to everyone's face. You know. Rudy is revealed as the ice trick killer when he responds to Dexter's message online and then walks into his freezer of sliced body parts and Barbie doll, which is this is probably one of the craziest twists that has happened in the entire series so far. Him actually being the ice trick killer, it's kind of crazy. It's a really cool twist. It's really effective, I think. You know, some of Dexter's monologues talking about not being able to have sex with Rita was great. Let's see. Shona. Let's see. Let me see if I can find anything else. Yeah, I don't really have anything to say. There's not really much to say about this show. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward show. Things just kind of happen. We're not really far enough into the series to like closely examine this or anything, so don't expect my Dexter reviews to be long. But I mean, I kind of have to do this speed review anyway. We have to review the movie Speed, so yeah. After that, I'm gonna watch some of The Walking Dead. Try to get as much as that done as I can, and I'll probably start watching a little bit of my movie during lunch and stuff. Like I gotta have time to like study and do all that shit later tonight. So yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe. GZTV. I'm out. Have a good rest of your day. One more review, and then we have a recap.